Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the SWUS. MLB Friday. We got 15 games on the board. I'm going to go through 2 of them in this video. Tomorrow on the live show at 4 p.m. Eastern time, we'll go through all 15, make our final decisions. As far as Thursday, I went 1-0. So I had a winning day. I only put out one bet on the site. It was Cleveland money line at plus 130 and it hit. So nice little Thursday. Wasn't exactly a loaded slate. But yeah, I'm going to go through 2 games for Friday. Let's do it.
Welcome to the SWUS. The SWUS. SWUS. Hey, get the SWUS.
All right, so we're going to start out with Boston on the road in LA here to play the Angels. Angels are minus 112 favorites in this game, and the total sitting at 8.5. Pitching matchup, we got Cutter Crawford on the mound for the Bo Sox, Griffin Canning pitching for the Halos. Let's start with the matchup for Griffin Canning, and he's actually got great career numbers against this Red Sox lineup. The current Boston lineup is hitting just 179 lifetime off Canning with a 519 OPS. Canning's made 2 career starts against Boston, and he's 1-0 with a 138 ERA, an even 1 whip. So yeah, Canning has not had problems with the Red Sox in the past. That being said, he definitely didn't start his season off on a great foot. He opened up on the road in Baltimore. Things did not go well. 5 innings, 7 hits, a home run, a walk, 5 earned runs. But one thing I like for Canning here is he's one of those right-handed pitchers that actually has better numbers against left-handed bats. You can see his splits here. WOBA is lower against lefties. FIP is much better against lefties. Reason I bring that up, Red Sox are projected to have 5 lefty bats in their lineup for this one, including some of their most important pieces, Duran, Devers, Casas, and Yoshida. 4 of the Red Sox best hitters are lefty, so it's definitely encouraging that Griffin Canning has solid numbers against lefty bats. Also, this Boston lineup as a whole has some pretty ugly-looking numbers against right-handed pitching to start the season. 21st in WRC+, 24th in isolated power, 25th in OPS. Now, we can give them a little bit of a pass. They've seen Louis Castillo, George Kirby, and Logan Gilbert so far this season. 3 really good righty arms. The last 3 righty starters they've seen have been more vulnerable arms, and Boston definitely got to them. 191 whip and a 7.36 ERA and 14 2/3 innings pitched. Overall, though, I think this is a solid matchup for Griffin Canning. When I first look at the price here, I didn't understand how the Angels were favored. But after looking at this matchup, I think there's a lot of numbers that show Griffin Canning could definitely deal here. The other matchup, we got Cutter Crawford against the Angels offense. He's got good career numbers against the Angels offense. Actually, the Angels' current lineup lifetime's hitting just 130 off Cutter Crawford with a 635 OPS. He's made 3 career appearances against the Angels. They were all in 2022, but they were all out of the bullpen. Still great numbers, a 180 ERA, 060 whip, but coming out of the bullpen and starting is completely different, so we could probably toss these numbers out. Cutter Crawford started this season off with an absolute gem on the road in Seattle. 6 innings pitched, just 3 hits, 1 run, 0 earned runs, so the run was unearned, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. He kind of picked up right where he left off, because you remember he finished last season on a little bit of a hot streak. His last 10 starts overall, 3.97 ERA, a 2.50 WOBA, an 0.99 whip, and a 2.84 FIP. So Cutter Crawford's been dealing for 10 starts now, dating back to last season. And it's also nice that this game is on the road in LA, because look at Cutter Crawford's home-away splits in the last 2 seasons. ERA from a 6.04 to a 3.64 on the road. Stu just cannot pitch at home in Fenway, which is a weird trend with Boston pitchers. I mean, same goes for Pivetta. Eovaldi was like that before he left Boston. For some reason, there's a lot of their guys just can't pitch in Fenway. So the fact that this game is in LA, actually probably a positive angle for Cutter Crawford. Another angle I like for Cutter Crawford here is he's been a bit better against right-handed bats. These are his numbers from his last 2 seasons. You can see the WOBA's down against righties. Whip is a little bit down against righties, but look at the expected FIP. 479 against left-handed bats, 383 against righties. The Angels are projected to have 6 righty bats in that lineup. And I know the Angels are sitting with a nice record to start the season. They won a few baseball games, but they're really not hitting right-handed pitching like that. Just an 85 WRC plus to start the year, a 638 OPS. These are some ugly hitting numbers against righties. They did get to Tyler Wells. They definitely got to Tyler Wells, but look at the 4 righty starters numbers combined against the Angels so far. A 2.74 ERA and a 0.65 whip. So they are not getting guys on base base against righty starters. I think it's a really nice matchup here. Bullpen edge definitely goes to Boston. It's super early in the season, but no question the Red Sox have been the better bullpen, and both these teams had a day off, so they're both going to be rested. You can see ERA 2nd to 19th, 3rd to 13th in WOBA, 1st to 21st in FIP, 1st to 20th in expected FIP. So no question, Boston probably has the better bullpen here. And Prop Beaver likes Boston. Prop Beaver likes the Red Sox here at plus 100 on DraftKings. I personally like the matchup for both starting pitchers, and I don't really trust either lineup right now, so I think under is the move at 9. So give me the under next game. Houston on the road in Arlington, and the World Series champions are home dogs here, plus 115. Total sitting at 9.5. Pitching matchup, we got Hunter Brown pitching against Cody Bradford. Let's start with the matchup for Cody Bradford, and this is a tough one. So he actually has good career numbers against the current Astros lineup. Only 33 career plate appearances, though. But they got just a 576 OPS and a 182 average against them. His 3 career appearances against the Astros, he's got an even 2 ERA and an 0.89 WHIP. The reason I'm not taking these numbers too seriously, all 3 of those appearances were out of the bullpen, and we all know how much different it is starting a game rather than coming out of the bullpen. I mean, just ask Bradford. Let's pull up his splits as a starter and out of the bullpen. ERA out of the bullpen, 282. As a starter, 652. And I mean, these numbers are drastically different. It's much more difficult to go through a lineup multiple times as a starting pitcher. This is obvious. I'm sure you already know. We do have to give Cody Bradford some props here, though. He started the season off on the right foot. Pitched really well against the Cubs. 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. It's a great start there. And what makes it even more impressive, this is a Cubs lineup that was top 10 against lefties last season. The Cubs last year against left-handed pitching, 10th in WRC+, 7th in isolated power, and 7th in OPS. So to start the season off with a quality start against this Cubs lineup, I'll take that. That being said, this is definitely going to be a challenge for Cody Bradford. Let's not forget his other 3 home starts in his career, a 6.59 ERA, 2 home runs per 9, and an expected FIP over 5. Also, this is the Houston Astros lineup, and if there's one spot you can trust the Astros in, it's on the road against lefties. Last season on the road against, this is the last 3 seasons, I'm sorry. 2nd in WRC+, 2nd in isolated power, 3rd in OPS. Through just 67 plate appearances this season against lefties, the Astros have a 165 WRC+. In case you're unfamiliar with that metric, 100 is dead even. So average in the MLB will be 100. They're 165. So one of the best lineups against lefties to start the season, an 899 OPS. As much as I'd love to sit here and tell you Cody Bradford's going to deal, I can't in good faith say that. On the other side, we got Hunter Brown pitching against the Rangers offense. Decent career numbers against the Rangers. They do have a 333 average against them, so they're getting hits off Hunter Brown lifetime through 60 plate appearances, but just a 783 OPS. So not many extra base hits in there. Hunter Brown through 5 career appearances against the Texas Rangers, 2-1 with a 164 ERA and an even 1 WHIP. Those are excellent numbers. Now, of those 5 appearances, 2 of them were out of the bullpen, but there are 3 starts in there. So Hunter Brown's actually been good against Texas. Something else I really like here for Hunter Brown, now that Josh Young is out for the Texas Rangers, they're going to have 6 lefties in their lineup. And you would think that'd be bad news because Hunter Brown is a righty, but actually, Hunter Brown's got better numbers against left-handed bats. Look at the FIP. 364 against lefties, 464 against righties. Those are his numbers as a starting pitcher, by the way. So FIP a full point lower against lefties. And honestly, we have to ask ourselves, what do we think of this Texas Rangers lineup right now? Obviously, we know they were dominant against right-handed pitching last year, 4th in WRC+, 2nd in isolated power, 3rd in OPS. And their early numbers to start this season, 4th, 7th, and 6th. Looking solid. So what's the problem? Well, the last 2 righty starters they saw, Savale and Eflin, they did nothing. Those 2 guys combined for 12 1/3 innings pitched, a 146 ERA, and an 0.89 WHIP. Now, Eflin, I'll give you a pass. Zach Eflin's a great AL pitcher, one of the better ones. But Savale? I mean, to get blanked by Savale is definitely cause for concern. As far as the bullpen battle in this one, obviously these are numbers from this season, and this is a super small sample size, but I think we can all agree Texas has the bullpen edge in this game, which is why I'm assuming. Prop Beaver wrote down his pick. He likes Astros first 5, so I guess he's trying to avoid that bullpen. Personally, I tend to agree with them, but I'm not going to play the first 5. I like Houston. I like Houston to get to Bradford. So I'm going to be on Astros money line or Astros team total over. Honestly, maybe both. I like Houston in this spot, so I'll be on the Stros. Like I said earlier, live show 4 p.m. Eastern time. We're going through all 15 games. Should be a good one. It's a loaded night. Friday and Tuesday are the 2 best MLB nights of the week this time of year. So if you're able to make it, we'd love to see you in the comments. I'm also going to do an NBA live show. So I don't really know what time I'm going to do that yet. I'll post it. So if you're able to catch that, sounds great. If you want my top bets or all of our top bets for all sports, head over to KyleKirms.com. The information's right there on the homepage. Also, the link to join the Discord is right there on the homepage. Let's have ourselves a great Friday night. We got a long weekend ahead of us. Be sure to bet smart. Let's be responsible here. Let's have ourselves a great weekend, and I will talk to you in the Discord.